folks, well, Wednesday night was the top 9 results show on American Idol, and it was the most shocking elimination of the season yet. Megan, what's her name, got the boot. Aren't y'all surprised? I'm just as surprised as you. Well, okay, maybe I'm not surprised. Actually, I predicted it. The show started off with Jason Castro and Alexis Gray sitting out in the audience together. Are they a couple now or something? Ryan Seacrest asked Cara Diaguardi about getting heckled, and she said, I'm here to do a job and help these kids, and if that means I'm going to get booed, then boo me. Come on, boo me. And then she proceeded to boo herself. It turns out, though, that it was Megan's brother in the audience that called Cara a broken record, and apparently she took it way too seriously, and she must have a bad temper or something, because during the commercial breaks, apparently she went out and confronted him several times. Cara really needs to see a therapist or something about that temper, because all the judges are used to, all the judges have to put up with that at one point or another, and they've learned to deal with it, and they know not to take it personally. Cara just takes it too personally, but she's still learning. Next we had the Ford video. It was like a slot machine with faces and body parts and car parts trying to match up to one another. It kind of reminded me of Super Mario Bros. 3 when you used to click on that star and you had to match up the mushroom or the star or the flower. Did you all used to love that game? I used to play that game all the time. Still do sometimes. Actually, back a few weeks ago, I saved the princess. Next we had the group performance. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. They should have had Randy Jackson up there with them. He's the Journey guy, isn't he? It was obviously lip-synced again. At one point, the microphone was way over here and Scott's head was way over here, but he still sounded the same. Next, we took a look at a typical week for the contestants. Well, they didn't really show a typical week. They just talked about photo shoots and whatnot. Allison said, we could just be ourselves without being judged. That's right, Allison. You're not going to be judged when you're there by yourself. Chris said that the cameraman will ask him to do a sexy face and that it's weird, and then he demonstrated it and said, see, it doesn't work. Yes, Chris, it works. They have a chef that cooks for them, and Adam says they're all like the fresh princes and princesses of Bel-Air. For making it through last week, Chef David made Scott a quadruple chocolate cake. Apparently Scott loves the chocolate. Next, they showed the contestants impersonating each other. Matt did an impersonation of Danny, and I thought it was okay. I liked Danny's impersonation of Matt singing Viva La Vida. That was hilarious. And then Danny did a little goat thing. Matt did sound like a goat in that song, didn't he? Allison did an impersonation of Danny, and pretty dull. And Anoop started poking fun at my husband. How dare you, Anoop? Okay, well, I guess it was kind of funny. Okay, it was really funny and very accurate. That's that strange face thing I was talking about, Chris, a couple of weeks ago, where it looks like his lower jaw is trying to detach from the rest of his head. Anyway, next, Ryan Seacrest split them up into 3 groups, which was really just pointless time filler. After that, we had David Cook singing his new single, Come Back to Me, and I thought the song was okay, a little bit repetitive. David said he got to play at Carnegie Hall for Hillary Clinton. Yay for Hillary. And that he's going to tour until all of his hair falls out. I was under the assumption that it already had, hence the comb over. Maybe not. David was presented with a platinum album for selling 1 million records. So good for David Cook. Did you all see his blog, though, a couple of weeks ago, where it was titled Attention, and he told his fans that, really told them they were getting annoying, that, you know, some fans were trying to find his hotel room, and he's not getting his privacy that he wants, and he said this. Went on to say this relationship only works if it's healthy for both sides or whatever. Anyway, I don't know what to think about that. I'm sure he meant well, but I just think it's kind of rude to group your good fans with the bad fans and act like they're all the same and act like they're all annoying you. That's kind of rude. I'm sure that's not what he meant by it, but what do y'all think about that? I think he just would have just been better off to just get more security. And I mean, when you're a celebrity, you have to realize that things are going to happen like that. Not everybody's going to be nice. And you can't group everybody. It's like when you used to have a teacher that would punish the whole classroom for one person doing something wrong. So I thought that was wrong with David. I mean, I think if David Cook had to live a day in the life of, let's say, the Jonas Brothers, he'd be begging for his fans back. Because he's really got it made when it comes to that. But he just needs to hire in some extra security and do the best he can. Next, Chris Allen was safe. Yay for Chris Allen. Ryan told Matt, last week you were in the bottom 3, and this week you were also going to have to take a seat. And he headed for the stool. Ryan had to yank him back and throw him over towards the couch. Matt thought he was going to be in the bottom 3 again. Next, Ryan asked Megan what she thought about what Simon said about her, and she said that she really didn't care. She was sent to the bottom. She was sent to the bottom three, and when she was sent to the bottom three over to the stools, though, she cawed and flapped like a bird all the way over there. Have a look.
But unfortunately, we're here.
And she completely lost her mind. That was hilarious. I think it was her little shout out to vote for the worst, because they're always calling her their little bird, and when she did that caw caw after she sang Rockin' Robin, so she's been the vote for the worst pick. So I'm pretty sure she did it as a shout out to them, even though she proclaims now that she doesn't go on the internet. Next, Lil Rounds was safe. Allison was in the bottom three. Brian asked her if she'll go back to the spiky hair, and she said, yes, I will. Allison's problem is her look and her very bizarre personality. She's just a weird little person, isn't she? And her look is so distracting from her otherwise good performances. Next, Adam Lambert was safe. Danny Gokey was safe. Scott McIntyre was safe. When Anoop and Scott were standing there, and it was so funny. Ryan starts taking Scott over to the couch, and Scott didn't want to leave Anoop. He was like, don't let him take me. That was funny. Next, Lady Gaga. Next, Anoop was in the bottom three. Well, that wasn't a surprise. Next, Lady Gaga sang Poker Face. People couldn't believe that when I said I didn't know who Lady Gaga was. Well, it turns out I guess I have heard her songs on the radio, but I didn't know who she was. She was crazy. That woman's great. That woman's psychopath. That was the weirdest performance I ever seen. She sang pretty well, but, I suspect a year from now, nobody will know who she is. Next, back to the results. Allison sent back to safety, and, Megan told her, don't forget to call. I thought she said, don't forget to call, until Allison went over there and started going, caw, caw, caw. That was funny. She said the same thing to Anoop, but Allison was the only one weird enough to actually fall for it. So, Megan was sent home, and Ryan asked Simon if they would consider saving her, and he said, when you said you didn't care, nor do we. So, she sang one last time, and that's it for Megan, what's her name? Joy Orkery. Next week, we've got songs from the contestants' birth years. And I'm trying to look through a list of songs to make my predictions over on the website, AutoFanNetwork.com. And I'll have those up. The only one I've got right now, I would love to see Adam Lambert sing Dirty Laundry. He would kill that song, wouldn't he? So, I'll have those predictions up over there sometime over the weekend. Oh, also, I got to do another lookalike video this year, so have you all seen my lookalike videos from season 6 and 7? I'll put links to them over here. But if you have any lookalikes, send them to me so I can have my lookalike video up at the end of the season. I'll see you folks later. Bye. Oh, I'm going to put a few lookalikes here so y'all can see them now. Okay, bye again.